Thanks for coming in tonight. I hope you enjoyed your meal, and just let me know if you need anything else.
All right, thank you, I will.
Great.
You know the feeling you get the first time you dip fries in a shake?
Of course. Why do you ask?
I think our waitress was just that feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
You should write some on the receipt, dude.
Yeah, like what?
Just write like generic compliment and then put your phone number just underneath. It doesn't matter. Easily 50% chance you'll get something out of it.
I like that, yeah.
But just hurry up though, because I gotta go.
Yeah, totally.
Come on, Shakespeare.
All right, yep. I'm coming.
She's been waiting for a long time. We just don't seem to know. Maybe something's wrong with her, or just maybe it's him.
Hey, do you need a ride anywhere? You look kind of cold.
No thanks, I'm fine.
Are you sure it's a lot warmer in here and you wouldn't be walking?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
I can make you fall in love with me.
So, what'd you get those for if you already ate?
Well, because I know if I'm eating with somebody and I get food and they don't, I feel really weird about eating. It just makes me feel strange, and I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't want you to feel like that.
Okay.
Who are you?
I told you in the car.
Oh no, like not your name, but who are you? You know?
Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah, I'm a writer.
What do you write?
I'm not exactly sure yet. I just kind of know I am.
Do you have anything written?
A few things. One of them is a short story about this girl who lives in a room full of lava right under her. And she gets everything she needs, like food and water and sleep and a bathroom, but she just can't leave the room or else she'll fall in the lava.
What happens?
Well, she's content with it for a while, but then she lives there for what seems like forever, and she's dying to get out. So she tries all these different ways to escape, and everything fails, but eventually she has this epiphany, and she realizes that the only way out of the room is through her own mind. So she creates this kind of happy place in her head, and she lives there instead.
What's her happy place?
Home, but home without lava, so she can go out and experience the world.
She never really does, though.
No, but I mean, who knows? Maybe the world she made up is better than the real one.
The real one has a room full of lava, though. I mean, if that exists, imagine how much crazier the rest of the world must be. I mean, that would be so exciting.
That'd be scary. How about you, though? What do you do?
Oh, I'm going into the military.
I was enjoying this a second ago.
What's so wrong with the military?
It's just that, I don't know, every guy in the military just seems like some falsely patriotic, unfiltered idiot who only cares about shooting guns and killing people. And it's just not for me.
That's not true at all. Most people in the military just don't know what they want to do after high school. I mean, they're not sure about a job, about college, and, they go into the military because it pays. If you want to go to college, they'll pay for that too. I mean, it's for a lot of troubled kids, That was my dad, and it's me too.
You're trouble?
I was.
How so?
Mostly troublesome things. Your smile reminds me of my 8th grade math teacher. I had a pretty big crush on her.
Why didn't you ask her out?
Husband.
Oh, I didn't know you had a husband.
I do, yeah. He's short, dark curly hair. His name is Elijah, actually. And, he's got big feet, hairy feet as well, and he never wears shoes. It's crazy.
Did you just describe Frodo Baggins?
Yeah, I did, actually.
So, what was high school like for you then, if you were so troubled?
Short. I mean, I was good at math, and I went to a really good school, but, I got kicked out. Delinquency. Soon after that, I went to training for the military, though, so.
Troubled kid?
Yeah. I mean, even they had troubles with me at first. I remember one of my first weeks there, a drill sergeant had us, and, he was yelling at us for something, and I made some smart-ass comment. Takes me out of line, he brings me to this table, he has me spread my hand out like this, and he pulls his knife out, and he says, "You know nothing. You are a weasel who will respect me, and if you don't, I will demolish you." He stabs his knife right there, like that. "What do you know?" "Nothing." "You will address me as sir." "Nothing, sir." "What are you?" "A weasel, sir." "What will you do from now on?" "Respect you, sir." "And if you don't, what will I do?" "Destroy me, sir." "Did I say destroy?" "Demolish me, sir." And, he pushed me back in the line. I never acted out again.
Wow, that must have been terrifying.
Yeah, I see him in my nightmares.
So, what part of the military are you going into?
Bomb squad.
Bomb squad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, have you ever seen the Hurt Locker?
No.
Alright, well basically what they do is they go to bombs on the battlefield and they defuse them before they can explode and kill everybody.
Sounds dangerous.
Dangerous is fun.
Says you.
Well, have you done anything really thrilling? I mean, you get rush from it. It's exciting.
I rode on a roller coaster once.
Come on, is that it?
I'm not exactly an exciting person, and it's not really something I aspire to be. So.
I mean, you got in the car with me.
You offered food.
So you're using me for food, then?
You offered. Besides, that's about the extent of all my relationships. I mean, pretty much all my parents are good for is food.
Huh.
Oh, I have an exciting story for you.
Okay.
So I had this boyfriend, and he cheated on me, and we broke up. And I was pretty mad about it. So one night, my friend and I were at my house, and we got a tiny bit drunk. So we drove over to his house. And I remember the dumbass always left his car unlocked. So first we drove over to the grocery store, and we got vinegar, eggs, and sausage. And then we drove over to his house, and we got in his car, and we poured vinegar all over it. And then we cracked the eggs right on his driver's seat, and then we opened the sausage raw and stuck it under the passenger seat so it would rot and smell awful. And then the next morning, he gets in his car, and the dude just freaks out. And, I mean, he knew it was me, but there's no way to prove it.
That's actually an amazing story.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. That was a while ago, though.
Why don't you write about that?
That story has been told so many times.
Tell it again, but tell it in a way that only you do, It's a simple revenge story, really. I mean, you go to movies and half of them have that basic premise, but there are so many good ones, so, I don't know.
Why don't you write about them then? I mean, with the military and all the stuff I'm sure you did in high school, wouldn't you have plenty to write about?
Well, sure, I'm good at making things happen, but writing those things down in an entertaining way is very difficult for me.
I wish I had those experiences, though. I mean, then I'd have so much to write about.
Well, just use me. You know, I could be your never-ending well of material, and that gives me a reason to keep seeing you, so, you know, it's perfect. Match made in heaven.
So, this burger place is heaven.
Could be.
Want one?
No thanks.
You sure? I mean, you could have my lucky one.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
All right.
So, is it really a good idea to be smoking cigarettes if you're in the army?
Whoops. I mean, I don't know. How about high school? You know, you asked me about high school earlier. What was it like for me? What was it like for you?
Kind of the opposite of you, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who's like always sick with something. So I spent a lot of my time at home doing assignments. It actually got so bad I just did my senior year online, which kind of sucked. I mean, I didn't really have many friends, but I guess I didn't mind that much because I spent most of my time reading, which is kind of why I want to be a writer, I think.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all bad.
I mean, that sounds good. I mean, at least you graduated, right? How about college? You looking at college?
Not right now. I don't exactly have the money, and I don't want to be in debt forever.
Your parents are helping you out with that?
No. Yeah, they don't do much for me. Like I said earlier, they're good for food, but that's about it.
All right. How about siblings? You got any siblings?
No. Do you?
Yeah. I have an older brother, a young sister, and then a kid brother. It's like 5.
Wow. What's your older brother do?
He's in jail.
What for?
Stole a car.
Why?
My family, we're of the mindset of, like, if the moment feels right, you do it. So, I guess the moment for him felt right.
I feel like that probably applies a little more to romance than to criminal activities.
Yeah? How about now? Does it apply to now? No, why not?
It's cold. I don't really know anyone who feels very romantic when they're freezing to death.
Good point. So, what do your parents do?
My dad's an artist. He mostly paints pictures of the interiors of restaurants. Most of them hole-in-the-wall places.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What? I mean, are they real?
Some are just places he's made up. But he's always wanted to own his own bar, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he'd have Grateful Dead always playing, and that he would serve his signature loaded fries.
That actually sounds really good. I'd like to try that.
Yeah, the fries are really good. He makes them for me sometimes, but he could never own his own bar.
Why not?
He's a cokehead, and
I'll do it.
I mean, I guess that doesn't necessarily mean you couldn't own your own bar, but he gets frustrated and distracted easily, and I don't think he has the temperament for it.
Huh.
My mom's a librarian, though. She also naps a lot.
That's fine. I mean, parents don't sound too bad.
No, they're not bad at all. They're just not necessarily good parents either. How about your parents?
Oh, well, my dad's a bartender. But he's really cool, though. I love my dad. I mean, if you think I've got stories, he's got 10 times as many stories. I mean, you should talk to him. He's really fun to talk to, and he's just great.
It'd be nice to hear one of those stories sometime.
Okay, so we're at the part of this where we meet each other's parents now? Is that where we're going?
No, I said hear the stories.
Ah.
I don't want to meet your parents. Okay, shit. It's not that I don't want to meet your parents, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, but I mean, if you keep talking to me, then I guess some stories will come out eventually.
Could you now?
Oh boy, right now? I mean, there's so many.
Come on. You said you'd be my never-ending well.
Okay, fine. All right. So, let me think of a story. All right. Okay. You know what? I've got one for you. All right.
Okay.
All right. Takes place 30 years ago. All right. My dad is a young buck, around my age, and he just got this new Harley Davidson, and you know he rides it to his favorite bar in town, and inside that bar is a gang of bikers, and the bikers see him pull up, and they're jealous because this is a hot new ride, man. It's awesome. So he goes up, he orders a drink in the bar, and the crowd of bikers, they just crowd around him. And one of them asks, like, how much would you sell it for? And he just says, I'm not selling it. And then, come on, brother. You know, we'll buy it from you. You know, we'll trade you yours, one of ours, or something. And then he says, not interested. And they just keep hounding him. He's getting annoyed because, you know, he just wants to drink alone in peace. He doesn't want to talk to anybody, whatever. I mean, my good dad's a simple guy, so. But, you know, they just keep asking him. And eventually he gets drunk. And he says, listen here, you greasy, hairy sons of bitches. I'm not going to sell you or anyone else. I'm not going to ask again, okay? And then they leave, surprisingly enough, right? And so he finishes up his night at the bar, and he walks outside, and the parking lot's empty, except for a couple of those bikers. And they just beat down on the poor guy. I mean, just saying, you gonna call us sons of bitches? You gonna call us that? And, you know, they take everything. They take his, you know, his keys, his wallet, his bike, and they drive off. And a bartender comes outside, he sees, and he calls an ambulance. And my dad, he's fine, you know, he has a broken arm, whatever. And so next day, he gets a cast, and he goes back to a bar. Not the same bar, he goes to a different bar. And at that bar is a college girl, waitress. Actually, she just got fired from her third waitressing job in a month, so she's just drinking, you know, she's sad. And she asks him, you know, how'd you break your arm? And he tells her. And then 8 years later, I pop out. And yeah, so I like to say that I was created by a gang of bikers.
That is a fantastic story. So, are your parents still together?
Yeah, actually, I've never seen two people more in love. How about yours?
No, mine actually got divorced last year.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's not a big deal. I mean, it was a long time coming. I'm just glad it's over with. They fought all the time when I was in high school.
Wait. So, are your parents alive in your story?
Me constantly being sick was more the idea behind that, but my parents certainly didn't help.
Huh. Wait, and then you were the girl then? And then writing was your happy place?
Yep.
See, I figured it out. It all makes sense. Well, see, you know, you got experiences to write about.
Yeah, that was about the only one.
Well, right now it's an experience.
Ah, yes. Looking through colorful baby shirts with the boy I just met.
Well, you know, you gotta admit, this one's pretty cool.
And way out of my price range.
Well, with a waitress like you, I'd expect you to be making $10 tips every time you serve a table.
You didn't even tip me $10.
Well, I'm poor, okay? And let's calm down a little bit. Now, if I became a waiter, I could show you how to make $10 tips.
Oh, yeah? How do you do that?
Well, you'd be pregnant and single. People always care about a pregnant single woman.
Okay, so you're gonna be pregnant.
Well, yeah, I'm pregnant now, can't you tell?
Yeah, for some reason, I don't think that would work out.
Probably not. I mean, I probably wouldn't be a very good waiter either.
I think you would be.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty charming, so I don't see why not.
You just said I'm charming. Hey, this girl just said I'm charming and cute.
Stop it. Plus, I never said cute.
Well, you know when you could just read people?
Maybe.
Well, I read you, and I can tell that you think I'm cute. And I mean, you know, you are a writer after all, so it's understandable, really. I just read what you put out, and yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. You're a tiny bit cute.
See, yes, there we go.
Yeah. And did I mention cocky?
Okay, well, I'll take it.
Hey, sorry guys, we're about to close up.
Oh, yeah, it's no problem at all. Okay, cool. Ah, dang it. Looks like every place is pretty much closed now.
Yeah, it is getting pretty late.
It's too early.
Too early.
Yeah, it's too early. I mean, I'm still wide awake. Like, my eyes are open and my heart's pumping fast.
It's probably just you being cold.
I don't think it's the weather. So, what now? Oh, shoot. I forgot to lock my car. You heard it?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
think you're good.
Okay.
Oh, this is me.
No, I could really go for some hot chocolate right now.
I don't have any hot chocolate, sorry.
Or just, like, tea or warm milk or something.
Yeah, I don't really do that kind of thing on the first date. I'm sorry.
Wait, you called this a date?
Hopefully not the last one.
No, definitely not the last one. It's just, we don't have to end it now. We can always drive around, keep talking, something.
I have to work in the morning.
Don't go.
I have to. I don't want to lose my job.
Call in sick.
I was sick last week. Like, actually sick.
Damn. Alright.
Don't worry. I'll see you again soon.
I want to see you now.
I'm right here.
Soon you won't be.
Je serai toujours ici.
What's that?
French.
For what?
I will always be here.
Debatable, but it's in French, so I'll take it.
God, I really don't want to go inside.
Don't go. Stay with me. Come on. Please.
I can't.
Alright, well, what are you doing tomorrow?
My roommate invited me to go ice skating with her and some friends. Do you want to come?
Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
Great.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I've been keeping you out here in the cold and...
No, you're fine. Don't worry.
Idiots.
I don't mind. It's just chilly.
Yeah, we should probably get inside then, huh?
Probably.